Hey, Dad. How's it going?
Okay.
So, I've been unpacking this week. I figure I'd talk to you about it, so everybody can hear us talk. Say hi today. What's your name and serial code? Your serial number.
My name and serial number?
Serial number, yeah.
I don't know what my serial number is.
Did you have a serial
Well,
number in the army?
yeah, it was a social security number.
Yeah, we'll
They
not
did
say.
away with the serial number.
Yeah, we won't say
Yeah,
that
yeah,
online. Yeah, don't tell your social security number.
yeah. They did away with the serial number when I was
Yeah. So I was thinking this week, so there's when you think about the grand scheme, I don't know if you pay attention, but there's so many business coaches and consultants right now, and I was talking to this about with somebody else online. They thought it was mostly from COVID, but the reality is, there's so many people that just don't want to work for other people anymore. So that wage-based model is disappearing. There's more entrepreneurs and more people trying to work for themselves. So at the same time, the money's drying up at the same time. So there's multiple things going on at the same time. There's all the money is drying up, inflation's going up, while people are getting laid off and quitting. So the unemployment rate that they're publishing isn't really correct. They're only publishing like 3.5% when it's more like, I would guess it's at least 15%, because you have all the people that quit their jobs that aren't collecting unemployment. There's all the homeless people, because so the homeless people are rising. Obviously they're not on any kind of government. Most of them are maybe on welfare, but are they part of the unemployment rate? So there's so many numbers out there that are kind of getting all skewed, and there's you can feel it. There's this overriding tension, and so when you look at the bigger picture, it's a ascension process where everybody's being forced to either have faith in the divine or go back into the old system that's falling apart, right? So I've noticed it in the business community. There's more and more struggle on trying to get clients and keep clients. It depends what kind of clients they have. There's some people that maybe have 6 or 7 high-paying clients that are celebrities or something, and they're not really getting impacted. But for the people that are servicing the public at large, the public at large is pulling their resources in and their money in, so they're not paying for services that they would normally pay for. So obviously, the solution is to either team up in larger groups in a healthy way to keep equal incentive contracts, or keep going down the road of self discovery and just overcoming fears and anxiety to open up, like personal abilities, whether it's psychic abilities or other types of abilities. And I think you can do both. What do you think, Dad? Do you have anything to weigh in on what I just said?
yeah, I think it works in most cases. I think it works probably in 90% of the cases. The only time you might have a little bit of problem would be in some of your corporations that are, I like your resource corporations that use a lot of land, like your oil companies and things like that, and mining companies, because they have control of the land. But generally speaking, I think it would work just fine. And I think the other would work too, because all those people would die off eventually, and it would work. But yeah,
As far as what? I mean, because that structure, they're still, those companies are still laying people off. So what are they going to
well,
do?
like your oil
What are they
companies.
going to do to attract people?
Oh, I'm talking about oil companies, something like that. So we all need
Yeah, but
oil.
what is an oil company going to do to attract people when they're still working underneath the old dysfunctional model, and they just got done laying people off, and nobody wants to go to work for them? What are they going to do?
Well, a situation like that, yeah, it probably would work.
What would
I'm
work?
sure. Well, what you're saying, it probably would work. You could, but you'd have to get somebody to have to get control of the land, maybe getting the oil and the mining interests and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but the land has nothing to do with whether or not you can get people to work for you. How are you going to attract people to work for you?
well, well, yeah, if you couldn't attract them, yeah, you'd have to. I don't know what you do.
The land would go get bought up by a bigger entity,
Yeah,
right?
somebody.
So that's what you're seeing right
You'd
now.
probably
You're
sell the land
seeing
off. They
you're
couldn't get
seeing
anybody
all
to
the
work for
all the big players
They
suck
just-
up all the stuff that people can't afford to hold
Well,
anymore.
they sell off their assets. Is what they do.
Yeah, there's literally companies like my Ken Laura. She just the company that she's working for is actually kind of getting dismantled. It's going to get bought by a bigger entity. So bigger and bigger entities end up buying everything up unless people start partnering up and working together, in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Either that or you just go on your own journey and almost like ignore the money. So this is something that I have been thinking about a lot lately.
Yeah, she takes things like lithium mines, lithium companies, and stuff like that, and uranium is a demand for that stuff. So because of the demand, you're probably going to attract people.
Ultimately, there's a
our
big ascension process because it doesn't matter if the big players what they're offering. If nobody wants to work for them, then the whole system collapses.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're witnessing.
Well, if that
And
happens, it would.
And I've been trying to promote people to work together in a healthy, mutual incentive environment. But if I think things, and the message I keep getting is things keep getting worse. And so ultimately, for the individual, and this is what I deal with every day, is you just try to hear that inner voice and see what is it asking you to do. Don't ever try and sell something because you don't know what's needed necessarily until that inner voice tells you which direction you need to go. And up until now, my inner voice has just been raise awareness. That's it.
Yeah.
So what do you're forced into just staying faithful to the process and understanding that, whatever you went through,
Well,
it
yeah,
has a higher person.
it just
higher
takes time to go
It's all
through that.
divinely orchestrated, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, you just have to like you say, listen to the inner voice and just follow it.
Do you notice that you have the same ear that kind of sticks out like mine, like that, on that side?
Yeah, I know.
Why is that?
Sure.
Your left ear. Yeah.
I'll fix it. All right.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. I don't know why it does that.
Yeah. This is a constructive talk. We got to go meet Andy here in 20 minutes, so.